I am a millionaire. Yes, in my imagination. But it was how I recognized my overseas life some time ago. A year ago, I was able to succeed in making money online in Australia. At that time, I felt like I finally came out from the dark tunnel. I finally became free. Before I reached there, I got through too many barriers. So I believed I was finally rewarded and would keep going forever. But the happiness did not last long. From one day onwards, everything started going wrong. Lost money, lost trust for everything, lost control of life, lost almost everything. I had to go back to Japan. I couldn't believe it. Money, freedom, business, friends, girlfriend, everything I had built rejected the reality. For me, whose identity was living freely overseas, it was unimaginable pain to live in Japan. It felt like everything I had built over many years of suffering had gone to zero in an instant as a result of all that effort. Am I back to zero? This feeling was not anger, not sadness. It was a scream against unfairness. I couldn't stand it, and agonized. I felt so anxious just existing, as if I had been thrown into space, that my body shook all day. The mental state I had felt after breaking down in tears continued all day, making it impossible to think properly, and I kept vomiting. The moment I compared my current self with my past success, my body couldn't withstand it and automatically started screaming. I didn't know the reason to wake up every morning, and the tears wouldn't stop. Everything I saw looked like a lie. I had to keep denying everything. Unless I do so, I felt like I'd die. All I could do was simply pray to God. If you were me, what are you going to do? What's up, guys? I'm Yusha Sato, who has been learning English for 7 years. The story I told you now is exactly the situation where I was some time ago. Today, I would like to talk about what happened to me after I paused my YouTube. I was absent from posting videos for 4 months. During this time, I was in the worst situation ever in my life. That was my rock bottom. This is a dirty, messy, real story of a man who was crushed by such a cruel world. But in the darkness, the man found the most important lessons in his life. Then he appreciated the present and the past. When you watch this video until very end, you will find out why he said thank you for such a reality, and you realize your current situation is not by chance. That suffering is completely part of the story, which is thoroughly guided. When you understand this fact, your reaction to the world would change and start to attract what you want. I made this video to save you and help you succeed in your life. You can simply use this video for English study, so check it out until the very end. What if I told you the most important things in your life can only be found at the rock bottom? Would you believe it? I didn't. Technically saying, I couldn't. I couldn't believe anything. But now I know this is true. You are working every day and nothing changes. Everyone around you keeps moving forward. You are the only one standing still. That feeling won't go away. But you can't stop either. Because if you stop right now, it makes you feel all efforts were in vain. The harder you try, the less you know who you are. Maybe you must have felt this once. In December 2024, I left for Australia. I wanted to change my life where I stuck at home and going nowhere. There were a lot of happenings while I was in AU, but I made it work. I made money online for the first time in my life. I was so happy, genuinely happy. I hated my part-time job in Japan, then I wanted to escape from there. So I thought, finally I am free. Those days in Australia were everything for me. An old woman I had just met let me stay at her place. It was homestay for the first time. I went kayaking on the lake with her family. I talked in English for hours at language exchange events. I went on a date every day. Every single day was full of the moments I couldn't experience in Japan. But 4 months later, I was in Thailand. I had no money. I felt sick every day. I couldn't pay rent. I was cutting food. I couldn't see the next month. But I had to keep making YouTube videos because that was my job. My viewers wanted my gloves. They wanted to see me moving up, always up. But in reality, I was going down. So I created the fake clothes. It was my only option. I made the videos which I didn't want to make. I made a fake smile for the camera. It was the only way to survive. I had to play the authority in order to sell the products. After filming, when I was alone, I felt nothing. Just nothing. When I realized it, my life was not mine. My life controller was in the hands of thousands of viewers. Thousands of hands are carelessly touching the controller of my life. Thousands of viewers were mashing my buttons. Comments were yanking my lever. And numbers kept hammering at me until I broke. I was just a robot, reacting to the others. Nothing more. I was living in my warm body, but I wasn't the one driving it. Comments kept coming. You've been growing so much lately. I can't wait for your next video. Each of them made me feel like a successful person, but the reality was the opposite. I was a millionaire, only in my head. Why did this happen? I had always been Sato from Otokomigaki House. No matter what I achieved, the level never came on. When I did something, people don't see me. They saw Joji standing behind me. That went on for years. The invisible ceiling never stopped pressing down. So the moment I made money online, I rewrote my one story. I'm great. I'm successful. I'm a millionaire. That's how I escaped the ceiling. That's how I escaped being someone's backup. But honestly, I was just scared. I was just tired of always being second. And then, me. No, the great me had no money. Had to go back to Japan. Every time that thought entered my brain, then my body rejected. I felt sick. It was unimaginable pain I have ever experienced in my life. The reality just kept looping. No way out. That's when I found a coaching program. It took 1 million yen. I believed them completely. This will change me. This will take me higher. I paid. I showed up for 6 months with full effort. After the 8th session, I realized that nothing had changed. I couldn't sleep. I was shaking with rage. I screamed at the ceiling, "You destroyed my life!" and felt nothing. I couldn't forgive it. After that, I couldn't get out of the bed. I could breathe out, but I couldn't breathe in. Everything inside me went cold. My eyes could see, but nothing reached my brain. Like the signal got cut out somewhere on the way. I stopped trusting everything. Good people, bad people. It didn't matter who they are. I wanted everything I knew to just disappear equally. My viewers, the coach, Japan, all of it. Wanted to reset on some unknown island, somewhere, erase my memory, start from zero. But that didn't happen. I didn't have money and couldn't even go to psychiatrists to get diagnosed with depression. I just couldn't stop feeling nauseous. Back in Japan, I still couldn't move. My pride got in the way. The great me have to work in a part-time job. No way. But honestly, I was just scared. Scared to start something new. Scared to be betrayed again. So I stayed in bed. Then, I got a chance to talk to Yuya, a YouTuber, someone a few steps ahead of me. And then he asked, "So, what do you actually want?" Simple words, but strong words shaked my brain. I was sprinting through the entire year, but for the first time, I stopped. My answer was travel the world, master Western sword fighting, learn martial arts, turn my life into a drama. But the moment something felt wrong, this wasn't what I wanted. These were goals I built around YouTube, goals I set to create the drama my viewers wanted. Every single one was built around what others wanted. What I actually wanted was simple. I wanted to date a girl taller than me. I wanted to become the best version of myself. That was it. While I was a slave to YouTube, I had driven even that way. My one desire was in someone else's hands. Then I watched a video by Hiroshi Uchida, a famous YouTuber. He said, "Don't try to live a clean life. Go straight for your goal. Get your hands dirty. It doesn't matter." Those words moved me. I got a part-time job. Me, with all that pride, was doing a part-time job. It was hard at first, but I did it. Then I applied again for the sales job that had rejected me before. I got it. That's where I met Wakase, my boss in the company. Even when I was about to break, he stayed. He never gave up on me. When I was about to give up, I could meet Wakase because I was at the rock bottom. 3 months, everything I had into sales. Eventually, I achieved 89% of conversion rate. The skill went straight into my English coaching. This year, I applied for the Netherlands working holiday visa. Only 200 spots available for whole year. My residence permit just came through. The guy who was shaking in the bed now has a ticket to the Netherlands. From here, my real life begins. Not someone else's version of it. Mine. I want you to remember, there are things you can only find at the rock bottom. Why? There are people who mine for gold and diamonds. Why do they go down into dark narrow tunnels? The surface is safer, the surface is brighter, more comfortable. So why do they keep going deeper? Because what they are looking for only exists down there. Let me tell you what I found down there. I have raw material. Shaking in that bed, not being able to breathe in. Everything inside me is going cold. That winter when no one came. But all of them are my diamonds. All of it become the words in this video. Words that no one on the surface could ever produce. I fell to this place, and that's why I have this. This is the first time I'm actually using what I picked up down there. I could never speak at these depths without that darkness. I have a mindset. When I talked to Yuya, he gave me an advice. When I confessed that I was too proud to do a part-time job, he said, I went through the same path because it was the shortest path. I was taking it back because at the moment I realized I was taking a detour, chasing a clean life. I don't have to live a clean life. Getting my hands dirty is fine. Just go straight for my goal. I used to build clean, step-by-step plans toward my biggest goal. When I achieved first goal, then second goal, those two were preparation for what I really want to achieve. Please do not plan like this. Why do you need to pass first and second goal? Please ask yourself honestly, is it impossible to achieve your goal without them? If the answer is no, please just go straight to your desire. People always tend to make unnecessary steps just because their mind really doesn't want to achieve the goal. I hated my goal in deep psyche, so I made fake clean steps and went for it, and brainwashed myself I'm making an effort. It was just a child's day. This mindset wouldn't become real without going through rock bottom. You can know it as words, but it won't become part of you if there's no experience. And then, I have a system. 3 months, full focus on one thing, set a hard end date. When that date comes, stop, clean out. I imagine the world where that time is up and you can no longer do any of it. I do not want to regret, so it makes me run full speed. I found this system in the darkness. Then finally, I have a clear goal. What if I succeeded in doing martial arts drama? What if I became a million YouTuber because of it? Maybe I would have to keep doing it. I wouldn't be able to stop it anymore. I couldn't find what I really wanted forever as a YouTube saver. What if I didn't fail at this stage? What if I failed after I became a real millionaire? Maybe I couldn't accept such a reality, and I would suicide. Because I experienced such a rock bottom, now I can endure future pain. Everything I got during this season is the blueprint for the future. When you create something with Lego, you don't start it without any blueprint. It's completely same with it. I needed to experience those mistakes to formulate my life. You might think they are not special, but I stopped chasing the fake flashy diamonds that look great on camera. It doesn't have to impress anybody. But they are real diamonds that will build great assets in the years ahead. A crumpled dollar bill. No matter how many times you fold it, no matter how dirty it gets, it's still a dollar. The value doesn't change. We are the same. Whether things are going well or falling apart, our value doesn't change. And it's not about a high or low. I've been saying rock bottom, but in reality, it's just a location. Just a location. And that location has a vein of gold and experience you can get only from there. No other places has. So it's not useless. Many of us raise the question, the meaning of life, but it's not the correct stance. We are the one who are raised the question, how do you live? The life itself gives us this question. We answer them by action. We don't need to consider the meaning of the life. We just need to decide it and give meaning to everything we met. Your frustration, your hatred, your desire for revenge, all of it are fuels. If you feel any of that right now, that's our resource. Do not throw it away. Prove the world that everyone who doubted you was wrong. My dream right now is simple. Build myself in the Netherlands. Find a perfect partner, tall and willing to be my velo camera operator. That's the life I'm going after. This is the future being talked about by the same guy who was shaking in the bed. But it's almost within reach, because I already have the ticket to the Netherlands. What about your future? If you learn English, even from rock bottom, and build a life abroad, what would that look like? Dating a beautiful white girl, working online while traveling places, building a real friendship, and riding through the countryside together. One thing's for sure, are you still working in that grey, colorless office you are in now? Is that boss you can't stand still there? Are you still getting crushed on the packed train every morning? No, you are not. You want to see me living that dream in the Netherlands. And if you do, that's your one signal. You don't want to stay where you are right now. If you are in a tough place right now, look around 360 degrees. Broken things, useless looking things. It doesn't matter. Just look at what you have. Reach out and touch everything around you. The anger you feel right now, that's a weapon. The frustration, that's fuel. The time you can't move, that's observation time. The people you've connected with, they are treasure. Where you are right now, that's your mind. Yours alone. Don't give up. There are places you haven't dug yet. This lesson works exactly the same way in English learning. I proved it when I was studying in the Philippines. When I was a third-year university student living in Saitama, I wanted to achieve IELTS 6.5, but I have less experience of taking IELTS. I woke up at 7 every day and start to study English. First read aloud the same long passages 10 times and do shadowing. And even though I embarked on an IELTS textbook, I thought that was completely incomprehensible, and that my level was still not enough. That's my isolated everyday routine. I repeated it countless times. But I was less motivated. I wanted to break it. That is why I studied abroad in the Philippines. During the period, I had to take IELTS test too many times. Each of them broke my pride and told me how incapable I was. I was disappointed that all I have done during the 4 years did nothing for me. I opened the IELTS textbook, which I gave up once in Saitama, grabbing a stroller. Then, surprisingly, I could understand the contents of the book easily. Eventually, I was able to get an IELTS 6.5 thanks to the textbook. What happened to me this time? What made me understand it so much? It's the frustration I could get from too much trial and error. Because I failed and saw the reality, I could make my brain understand the necessity to learn it. When I wasn't beaten up by the test, my brain didn't have the motivation to learn it. But thanks to too many trials, I could get a reality of the lessons from the textbook. And in order to avoid upcoming pain, my brain absorbed the learnings solidly like a sponge. It's not which textbook you choose. It's exactly how you face the textbook. So if you are working on some English test, what you have to do is to be beaten up by the reality. Get out of your comfort zone. This is how you learn English from your failures. This is how you absorb lessons from rock bottoms. What was this video really about? In one sentence. Study methods for English? How to climb out of rock bottom? No. There are things you can only find at the rock bottom. Then you should appreciate it. When things aren't working, that's not loss. That's mining time. Raw material that only exists at your location. Connections mindset. What I found while shaking in the bed, that proves it. Honestly, very few people watch this video all the way to here. Most of the viewers drop off somewhere in the middle. But you are here. That means something inside you is saying, I don't want to stay like this. That means you are the one who can move. That is why I want you to take what you learned from this video into action. Unless you do so, it's a completely waste of time. You wanna be able to speak English. You want to change. But after this video ends, what are you going to change? How do you act differently learning from this video? If you don't have any idea, honestly saying, doing this alone is hard. The reason motivated people quit isn't weak willpower. It's because they can't see what to do next. But it's really hard for many people. That is why I prepared an English starter pack, which is available free, 7 days complete guide, concrete action steps for studying English from zero. You can find out what to do on day 1, day 2, every day for 7 days. It's already decided. You don't have to think, just do it. I made a map that lets you take that step without hesitation. Get it now. Link in the description. And if you add me online right now, for a limited time, I'm building your personalized English textbook, made just for you, that you can use for a full year. This takes real time and effort. I can't do it for everyone. If you are interested, apply right now. One last thing. Some people finish this video and just think that was good. Those people will spend their entire lives just watching. It hit me. It was inspiring. If I were studied tomorrow, then they go to sleep. Next day, go to work. Get on the train. Watch another video at night. Get inspired again. I will start tomorrow. 1 year later, in the same place. While you are watching videos and collecting knowledges you will never use, I am already living the future you wanted. Among everyone watching this video right now, some will move, some will not. The gap starts right now. The only question is which one you are. And while you are still deciding, someone else is already standing in the view you wanted to see. The difference between a life spent watching and a life spent moving, it's not the talent. It's the first 7 days.